beautiful soul peeps. Angel of the Dawn here, back with another divine masculine message. I've missed you guys like crazy. I've been out of pocket. I was in a space that didn't really allow for me to do my videos over the weekend, so I'm back. I missed you guys. I hope everybody's surviving all these energies. I actually was going to do a divine masculine message last night, and I hadn't messed with the cards or the dice over the weekend at all. And so last night when I went to get in them, the energy was so heavy that I'm like, I'll just start new on Monday. The weekend energies was super heavy after the new moon energies, and the portal opened yesterday, the 5-5 portal. So anyways, shout out to all of my new and existing subscribers. You guys freaking rock, and I love each and every one of you guys. Thank you guys so much for your love and support here on my channel. And yeah, besides the energies just being really heavy, I feel like it was a big purging time, a big release time of a lot of heavy energies. So let's see what's going on for today. Okay, so right off the bat, it's looking like the divine masculines are getting to a point where things aren't working out the way they have been trying to manifest in the 3D, and they're realizing that a change needs to be made. They also are not wanting to manifest things like they have in the past. They could be working on getting out of contracts or commitments. They could be getting over some I feel like some of the things they've been dealing with over like the weekend and over these last few days is dealing with some of their abandonment issues and, you know, things that they've held on to too tightly. I feel like this is long-held beliefs. This could be long-held beliefs about relationships and marriage. And maybe also having to deal with feeling like they're going to abandon someone, but it's based on old thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. It's like, it's like they've created some type of obligation in their minds to a person, a situation, or something like that. And it doesn't have to be like an intimate partner. It could just be, it could be a thought, like, you know, I can't be with this person because they lied to me in the past, you know, and thinking that people can't change. Or I can't be with this person because we have different beliefs about something. And again, not seeing where that people can change. It seems like there's they're getting out of holding on to rigid beliefs about how things can be and how people can change. I feel like they're also worried about actually being in their feelings. Like, being in their feelings causes them stress. They don't want to think about or deal with their feelings. I feel like, again, dealing with their feelings is something that that's one of the beliefs that they're letting go of, is, if I am in my feelings, I'm going to get hurt. If I feel my feelings, I'm going to get left out in the cold. I'm going to be abandoned. I can't have a serious relationship because somebody will walk away. And they've been through so much that they're not sure if they want to make that step forward, because we've got the 9 of Wands here in the upright and the Ace of Wands in the reverse. I feel like, they've been through so much, and they don't know if they have it in them to continue to move forward. I do feel like there is a third-party situation that they do need to make a choice on, that they are making a choice on in order to move forward in a celebratory way and into something more stable, something more solid. Yeah, because they haven't been seeing the opportunities that the universe has been showing them. I feel like this could be the start of that, though, like the start of seeing. There is definitely some transformation. This also could be fearing that there will be no new start because of some type of secrets. There could be secrets that are not being revealed. And so the Divine Masculines are fearing that if the secrets were revealed, that there wouldn't be a new start or something like that. Cups in reverse. We have the 3 of Cups up there, so that's a double. So yeah, not knowing High Priestess in reverse. Not listening to their intuition. And again, feeling like if the secret comes out, that they're not going to get what they want. Because the High Priestess is a double also. Alright, that one flew. The 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so far every card has been a double. We've got the 4 of Pentacles in reverse there, 4 of Pentacles in reverse here. So I feel like they're really, really trying to let go of old thought patterns. But then we've got the Wheel of Fortune, and it's in reverse, and I feel like this is either not knowing how to end the patterns, or a cycle that needs to come to an end. Chariot in reverse, 3 of Swords in reverse, 6 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, another double. And technically this 3 of Swords is a double because it's facing me back here. So then we've got the 10 of Wands in reverse and the 3 of Wands. Yeah, not seeing the possibilities of the future. Very worried about what the future holds. I also feel like that the divine masculines are really feeling like they don't have anything to offer. I think I've said this in videos before, um, but it really has been coming up a lot, like just in my um, guidance over the weekend, like not messing with the cards or anything, but some of the messages that I was getting was the self-worth, pinning self-worth for themselves and others to money. Like, you're worth more if you have money. You're worth more if you work your fingers to the bone. You're worth nothing if you don't have money, and if you don't work your fingers to the bone, if you don't work the normal, like 9 to 5, or the normal 40 plus hours a week type of scenario. And I feel like this is them for themselves and them for others. Like, that's how they see others and that's how they see themselves. Like, you ain't shit if you don't work all the time and basically kill yourself to survive. And I feel like it's a lot having to do with what other people think and what they've been taught. Like, that's the paradigm that they grew up in. That's what they were taught. And so now they're afraid of what other people will say if, they aren't working themselves to the bone, if they don't have money. They're looking at, like partnerships as they have to have money, they have to have a job to where they work themselves to the bone. And this is all things that are keeping them stuck. This is a thought process that's keeping them stuck. All the major arcana here, out of 6 major arcana, 4 of them are in the reverse. But the death card being right there in the center and being in the upright tells me that there is a change. This could just be a need to change. Because also facing me, we have the Wheel of Fortune in the upright, which would be another double. Here, though, it's in the reverse. So I feel like this is having to really listen to their intuition, get out of their heads, because we mostly have pentacles over here. This is all about security, foundation, something solid, something tangible, stuff. The 3D world. The 9 of Pentacles. They're afraid of being alone. They don't want to be alone. They have fear of being alone. Which I feel like that stems from childhood. I feel like there's still a lot of childhood healing that needs to be done for the Divine Masculines. Or there's a lot of childhood healing that is being done, like, and let go of. It's kind of hard to pinpoint, like, when these energies shift like they have been massively lately. It's hard to decide whether the Divine Masculines are just like embodying and living this energy like currently, or whether it's just coming up to be released and purged and healed. And I kind of feel like that's what's going on here with this death card right here in the center. I feel like this is kind of just what's coming up for the Divine Masculines. I don't feel like this is an energy that they're like living and breathing in now. This is all the things that are being revealed to them that they're having to realize needs to be changed. Damn it. Justice in reverse. Okay, so they feel like something's unfair. We've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse as well. I feel like they're coming to terms with a lot of the stuff that needs to be released, but at the same time, they're still resisting it by, there's still some victim consciousness that's also needing to be released, because they're looking at situations in the past and in the recent past, and even maybe in the present, about how things were unfair, how they put so much work into something and not seeing any results. They're not seeing the patterns. They're not really wanting to look at themselves, which is probably a big reason why they are not with the Divine Feminines right now, because we are such a direct reflection of them. Most of them are with, karmic partners right now that are showing them those darker or mirrored parts of themselves, but I feel like in a less direct manner, almost like it's almost like a sneak attack. Like the karmic partners come in, and it didn't seem like it was going to be the mirror, like the Divine Feminines have been, the mirror, and now all of a sudden, boom, all of these things are coming up. But I do still feel like, I feel like the Divine Masculines have blamed the Divine Feminines. I feel like they could be now in blaming mode of the karmic partners, still not seeing their role in all of the things that's going on. Not wanting to admit to thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that are attributing to the demise, the downfall, the stuckness of their situation. I mean, because honestly, again, I feel like a lot of it has to do with self-worth and value, how they see value, what they deem as valuable. And then victim consciousness on top of that. So, they're a victim if nothing that they try is working out, even if they haven't went inside themselves to see why things aren't working out. Like, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. And I even feel like they tell themselves that they're doing something different, when in reality, actions, you can do different actions and they can still have the same energetic signature. You can do different actions and you can still be thinking the same thoughts. Basically, if your insides are still the same, your external world is still going to look the same. So if you're not going inside and doing your healing, and this is for anyone, not just Divine Masculines, if you're not going in and doing your internal healing, then your external world is going to reflect that. It's going to reflect the same old patterns, the same old outcomes, and things like that. So let's go ahead and get a couple of chakra cards and round this video out. So again, this energy, it can go a couple of different ways. It can be, this is what needs to happen, is they need to come into the awareness of all of this, or it could be that that's what's happening. All of this has been brought to the surface in order to be realized, released, and healed. And I'm really just getting that their external relationships are a direct reflection of them not wanting to go within themselves. I really feel like the divine masculines may need some time, or at least this group of divine masculines may need some time alone. Like, they don't want to be alone, but I feel like that could be the best thing for them, where they don't have anybody else's expectations or thoughts or, beliefs, anything. Because I feel like because the divine masculines are in such a vulnerable healing state, as far as all of these things are coming up to the surface and realized or unrealized. And so I feel like they need to spend some time in themselves and try to take an objective look from a distance without having anybody coming in to have a say. Not basically right now, not giving anybody a say in who they are becoming or who they are remembering. Because ultimately, we are waking up and remembering. There's really, in my opinion, there's no new knowledge. Everything, and nobody's better than anybody else, because we all have the same capacities and the same capabilities. They're just suppressed in different ways, if that makes sense. Like, if we go into the chakras and think about all the different ways that chakras can be blocked, we're all going to have different block patterns. Because if you can think about, like, in my mind, I see the blocks in chakras as like these black spots, and there's lots of different black spots in each chakra, which is preventing the energy to flow through. So if you're going to have different blockages in different areas of your chakra than somebody else's, and again, to me, that's kind of how we're all so different. Is our energy signatures are different. Yes, we're all energy. Yes, we all have chakras, but in my opinion, they're all attuned to slightly different frequencies, except for, in my opinion, our twins. Our twin, I feel like, is our exact frequency when all chakras are unblocked and flowing correctly. Now, it might not look like you're an exact energetic match when there's blockages, because again, then that's gonna show up differently and in different areas of our lives, and in the different areas in the ways that we think. So yeah, I don't even know what got me off on that tangent, but anyways, I definitely feel like they're working through some blockages. So yeah. I'm gonna do a Divine Feminine video too. We'll see. Might start doing a Divine Masculine and a Divine Feminine video. I already do the Divine Masculines, obviously, but I really want to focus more on healing for everyone than just what's going on. Like, the healing part is my focus. That's where I want to really be able to help people, is to heal from, to just heal, to unblock these chakras, and get the energy flowing correctly so we can be the best versions of ourselves. And inadvertently, when we do that, we draw in the best situations for ourselves, the best other people to be in our lives. We draw in our twin flame, if you resonate with that. All right, yep, self-worth, being out of balance, not being able to create, wanting to create, trying to figure out how to create. This could be learning to create. It's funny, yeah, she's actually facing all of these pentacles. So, yeah, I kind of feel like, oh, let me get the last one. Okay, and we're going to throw it on the floor. Complacency in reverse. Okay, so balance and complacency both in reverse. So being out of balance, isolation. So isolation is the bottom of the deck. So this is either a need for isolation, or that's where they have currently been recently. They could have placed themselves into isolation, and that could be what's bringing all this up. Which, if that's the case, that's really good. That's really positive for them. They're moving in the right direction because they're looking at themselves, you know, without the external influences. Because we really have to take an objective look at our own selves and not let anybody else's thoughts, feelings, or opinions about who we are and what we're about play into this scenario. And so that could be what they're working on. They could be, you know, going through self-worth issues, coming to terms with that. And that may be why we've got this Wheel of Fortune here in reverse is, you know, they're working on, because we've got it here in the upright on the back side of this dice, and then we've got it here in the reverse. So they're working towards ending these cycles and changing things. Trying to figure out why things aren't working, you know, in the love department, in the feelings department, in the emotions department. Because I really feel like, you know, they've come to this point where they've just had it. Like, you know, send Divine Masculine so much love, because I kind of feel like they could be in the place where, you know, of literally just like giving up. And, you know, that's not a good place to be in. Although I personally believe we all go through that phase of, you know, because things do get to be so much, and this is not an easy process. And literally, we do go through a death. Not a physical death, but like a personal death, a egoic death. Our ego dies. Everything that we thought and believed to be true at one point, you know, all of that dies, and we recreate something brand new. And so I feel like this is the need for the Divine Masculines to really go within themselves, and get out of being complacent. Because again, like I've said in past videos, I feel like they've been staying in some of the situations, whether that be jobs, relationships, family situations, but staying in those situations because it was easy. There wasn't a lot of effort that needed to be put out. It was kind of just, you know, wrote something that you just, you know, wrote as in over and over and over. It's just the same every time. And so I feel like they're getting out of that, or wanting to get out of that. I feel like there's almost like a new fire being lit under the Divine Masculines. And I'm seeing this fire being lit, you know, and it starts out small, and it's like the small fire creates curiosity. And then once they start entertaining that curiosity, then that fire just consumes their entire life and burns away everything that no longer is a part of who they truly are at their core self, at the soul level. So it's like there's been a spark, a spark, a match lit or something like that, but a small little fire, small little flame that either is about to take off and transform the divine masculines, or it already has. That's already, the fire is raging. And if, that being the case, then all of this is just coming up to be released. And I'm really feeling that, like, I don't feel like there's a lot of divine masculines that are staying actually stuck. Some of these cards could indicate stuckness, the Fool in reverse, the Chariot in reverse, even the Ten of Wands in reverse. But I feel like this is the push-pull that they're having within themselves right now. They're fighting their own duality. Instead of integrating their own divine masculine and divine feminine, they are kind of, fighting against that. Because part of them, their intuition is saying, do this, and so they're pushing that off, and they're letting their logical mind, say, no, I need to do this. And so until they really bring those two together, unify those, then, there's still going to be this imbalance. But they're very much in a need for balance. This could be balance in a home situation too, because this looks like you got like a dad figure, a mom figure, and then maybe a little kid. I'm not sure if that's a little kid, but they all got their arms crossed and not necessarily happy looks on their face, and kind of looking in the opposite directions. So yeah, this could have something to do with needing to have family or balance in a family environment, a home environment, or just being out of balance with family. But yeah, so that's what I got. If you guys enjoy my videos, please like, share, and subscribe. It helps my channel. It helps get my videos circulated. And if you guys are interested in private readings, that information is in the description box below. I have added a new reading that is like this. That is not necessarily a twin flame reading. I could probably do it like a twin flame. It would, be a bigger charge. But right now I'm doing this spread for non-twin flame stuff. Or, well, not the full twin flame spread. It's not going to be about you and your twin flame. I will do one question for this spread for $15 recorded or $25 live. So, yeah. I don't know if I said all that right, but it is in the description box below. So anyways, as well as the other services that I do offer, the soul coaching, which the soul coaching, I might have to relabel that because that just sounds different. But basically, it's healing on a soul level, but to get you into your own purpose, and to strip away all of this, extra baggage that doesn't belong to us. So yeah, and if you guys do get some kind of information out of these videos, guidance, or what have you, and you would like to do an energy exchange donation, those are always accepted and greatly appreciated. All that information is in the description box below. And this is Angel of the Dawn saying peace, love, and light out. Until next time.